Hi there, welcome to you. Breaking news for you. Breaking news from Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Somalia. Because this news story involves the three countries Eritrea threatening both Ethiopia and Somalia. Uh, Alarming development showing that. Perhaps Somalia is not free to sign agreements. Hassan Sheikh under immense pressure. Hassan Sheikh really in trouble. What will he do? Will he stand with his allies or with Ethiopia? Details for this video. First twist. Let's start. An Eritrean government official, or official you can say, basically he's an advisor, talked to a news outlet. He is advisor to Eritrean Ministry of Foreign Affairs, advisor on African affairs. So you can say that he is part of the government. He's working as an advisor. His name is Abdul Qadir Idris. Abdul Qadir Idris talked to a news outlet about Ethiopia, Somalia, Ankara deal, about Ethiopian efforts to gain access to sea, about Ethiopian military base establishment on Red Sea. What did he say? He is advisor to Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Eritrea. It means that he is part of the government. His views should be taken as the views of the Eritrean government. While Hassan Sheikh was seen today warmly welcomed by Saas Savoki at Asmara Airport, this is not what is happening behind closed doors in Asmara. Saas Savoki is warning, he's threatening Hassan Sheikh. So what did Abdul Qadir say? Firstly, Abdul Qadir questioned Ankara declaration signed by Ethiopia and Somalia, mediated by Turkey on December 11. He said this declaration is ambiguous. And Somalia rushed into signing the Ankara declaration. So, in a way, there are several points which he mentioned. First point, it means that Eritrea has rejected Ankara declaration signed by Ethiopia and Somalia. Then he talked about the agreement reached in Asmara a few months ago. In Asmara a few months ago, Isas Savoki, Eritrean President, Hassan Sheikh, President of Somalia, Abdul Fattah al-Sisi, Egyptian President, reached an agreement and they agreed on defending the Red Sea together. They agreed on defending Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity together. He mentioned this agreement that the three countries agreed to defend the Red Sea together. It means basically he implied that Somalia alone cannot sign an agreement to give access to sea to a country because it has already agreed with Ethiopia, with Egypt and Eritrea that they'll jointly work on the issue of access to sea, on the issue of protection of sea, Somalia Sea as well. Important point. Thirdly, Abdul Qadir said that Eritrea could reconsider relations with Somalia. That's what I'm saying, that Eritrea is threatening Somalia. When a country says that it will reconsider relations with another country, the country is warning, it's threatening the other country. Why would and when will Eritrea reconsider relation with Somalia? Abdul Qadir said that if Somalia gives access to sea to Ethiopia, Red Sea, and if Somalia agrees to have an Ethiopian military base on Red Sea coast, Eritrea will reconciliations with Somalia. It means Eritrea will cut off relations with Somalia. Abdul Qadir went a step ahead. He said that Ethiopian naval presence, military presence on Red Sea is a threat to the Red Sea, to Eritrea. Eritrea will definitely protect itself from this threat. That's what I'm saying. Eritrea threatened Ethiopia as well today. It's not that just Somalia is being warned and threatened, but both countries are being warned and threatened by Eritrea and Egypt. Eritrea seems to be taking a more hardline position on access to sea for Ethiopia. I mean, Mualim Fiki was in Cairo yesterday, and you saw that Egypt did take a position. It said that the presence of any North Red Sea country on Red Sea will be unacceptable. But Eritrea is basically threatening Somalia, threatening Ethiopia. It's basically saying that Somalia alone cannot negotiate a deal with Ethiopia because it has already agreed with Egypt and Eritrea to work together. This is what Isas Vuki is going to tell Hassan Sheikh behind closed doors. Hassan Sheikh, man in trouble, very weak. Puntland, Jubaland, refusing to recognize him as the president of Somalia. He agreed to continue Ethiopian military presence in Somalia. He wanted to expel Ethiopian troops. He could not. He wanted to stop Madobe from being re-elected as Jubaland president. He could not. Ethiopia supported supported Madobe. What will Hassan Sheikh do now? Hassan Sheikh will have to appease Somalia. It means that Ankara declaration, if Ethiopia was hoping that it would gain access to sea militarily, gain access to sea for military purpose through Ankara declaration, it has failed. Ankara declaration has failed. If Ethiopia was hoping to establish a military base, naval base in Somalia through this declaration, Somalia won't agree now to Ethiopian military presence on its coast. Or it will have to change partners. Hassan Sheikh will have to make alliance with Ethiopia, and it will have to confront Eritrea and Egypt. Is that a possibility? We'll talk about that in some future videos. But things happening very rapidly. Hassan Sheikh had to come to Asmara because Asmara was furious at the Ankara declaration. So Hassan Sheikh himself came to Asmara today to brief Isas Afwerki. Isas Afwerki taking an extreme position. I think both Egypt and Eritrea will oppose a lease agreement between Somalia and Ethiopia. They might accept lease agreement, but only for commercial purpose. Ethiopian military presence on Red Sea is unacceptable to them, though Somalia is free to make its decisions. But Egypt and Eritrea can say that when Somalia was in danger, Ethiopia was threatening to recognize one as a country. Back then, Eritrea stood with Mogadishu. Cairo supported Mogadishu. Now, Mogadishu should not make decisions without taking allies on board. Coming months crucial. It seems that 2025 is going to be perhaps an eventful year in the Horn of Africa. I said at the end of 2023, if you remember, I said 2024 will be full of tensions in the Horn of Africa. You saw that. Entire year, we saw Ethiopia Somalia confrontation. 25 will not be different. We could see more escalation because now outsiders are involved. Eritrea outsider. It does not share a border with Somalia. Egypt outsider. They're involved too seriously involved. Let's what happens. Take watch.